taking money from women whose husbands are off getting themselves killed. That don't seem too righteous to me.
This idea for the opening of what's the genesis of the Gemstones, that was an idea that I had last season. I was listening to an audiobook about the Civil War, and they were talking about chaplains. And I was just like, oh, I've never really thought about that. That would be somebody's job.
Minister here. Yeah, that's me.
You are assigned to be chaplain for our division.
Is that so?
You start realizing that a lot of the characters in the Bible are scoundrels. They're imperfect tools, but that's part of the message, is that anyone can sort of find their way. The Gemstones being so flawed, it just kind of felt appropriate that the first one would have lied and cheated his way into the deal.
Your name's Gemstone, right?
Gemstone. My name is Abel Grease.
Everyone's like, who are you going to get to do this? And it started to become like a very crazy list of attributes that this person would need to have. It needs to be someone who has a lot of charisma that can really pull this off, and something that's going to make people excited that he shows up. I was like, you know, someone like Bradley Cooper or something.
Say a prayer for my soul. Please.
Okay, just now, come on. Just give me a second, it's coming. Jesus Christ.
So I sent it to him at 11:30 at night, and then the next morning I had a text message from him at like 12:01 saying, I want to do it, call me back.
Oh, this sounds amazing. Yeah.
You see why Bradley Cooper is one of the biggest movie stars in the world, because he knows what the fuck he's doing. He could convey a lot with very little.
And God said, let there be light. And there was light.
Cut.
Great.
When my mom watched it for the first time, she's like, I kind of just want the show to be about him now. And I was like, Mom, you can't say that. I'm in this fucking show.
Pretty sure after I read the first episode, I just said, what the hell is this? Danny was pretty adamant that he wanted for each scene to feel like he's in a different place of the camp, to kind of make this camp feel much, much larger than it actually is.
I mean, it looks like the real deal, and we're shooting it in areas where you're like, yeah, there probably was a Confederate camp back here. I mean, it's like everything feels of the time period.
We had 10 weeks of prep, so we were really focused on talking to people, doing a lot of research. We went to the library. You're gonna find Civil War stuff in Charleston, South Carolina.
Amen.
Bradley has really beautiful eyes, and so I wanted to inject a little bit more greens into his wardrobe to kind of enhance his eyes. He was wearing 2 jackets, and that shirt that we built for him had double layers. So we could actually distress the top of it so you could see through it and see the bottom and the aging.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
I was so taken with how authentic Christina had their costumes that I turned to Paul, the DP, and I was like, what I want to do is I want to set up 2 little areas where we stage it like those old tin-type photographs, and let's just like film everybody sitting there like they're posing for a photo. We found Hamlin Farms that's in Mount Pleasant here in Charleston, something like 400 acres. I had this idea that it would just be one shot that focuses on one side of the battle, giving ourselves this line of action.
I just thought, oh my God, this is gonna be amazing. We have a massive wonder sequence that Danny had dreamed up, and he wanted to feel like we were a fly on the wall. We had 100 background actors, 20 reenactors, and 13 stunt professionals, along with 12 wranglers and horses making up that sequence.
Politics stop, bang. Somebody replaced this, bang.
So I started with talking about what does the coverage look like, and then what are the actions we could create inside that coverage. We flew a stunt performer 30 feet through the air, 20 feet up. For all intents and purposes, it's just hitting the fan.
Have fun, be safe, head on a swivel.
I find that people who want to tell stories, they're always the ones who are not dissuaded by the limitations. They're trying to figure out how to creatively get that across. I've never had any musical abilities, but I imagine it must feel like what it's like to have a band where everyone just has their instrument and they know how to bring what they got.
Why'd the Yanks spare your life? I wasn't the Yanks that did it. It was God who saved me.